Finally, another beta server has been released. Let's go over the things in there before they actually release into the game and maybe even some changes. Number 1, Escalation. In Escalation, you know those different rounds, every single time you complete them, you go into the next round, or wave as you could say, and in that wave there's one specific zombie that you have to kill in order to get to the next round. So yeah, every 1, 2, and 4, wave 1, 2, and 4 will always be zombie, crawler, or riot. Every round 3 or wave 3 will be bloater or spitter. Every wave 5 will be a hunter or tingler. Every wave 6 will be a chiller or inferno, and every wave 7 there will be a Francisco or shaman. I'm pretty sure the hardest ones are, of course, maybe spitter, hunter, or tingler. I believe like tingler if you're not running machete, chiller obviously, and then finally shaman, because they are just such a pain in the ass to kill when they continuously heal and do bonus damage to you. Next up is Rapid Infection. In Rapid Infection, when the game starts, 30 seconds will instantly be on the clock, and you'll be like, wait, what? What's going on? All crawlers will not move, and they will be blinded, and they'll just have to sit there for 30 seconds, while in those 30 seconds, survivors have time to get the medkit station, walk around the map, and overall get their setup and where they want to camp it out before the game actually starts. You know, basically a head start for survivors. And to combat this, I guess, survivors now have a 3-strike heart system, aka survivors have to be hit 3 times in order to be killed, which I guess is worse than the 1-hit kill thing. But at the same time, crawlers are given 250 HP instead of like 150 back then, so I guess it's kind of balanced, but still, survivors needing to be hit 3 times is still a lot more advantageous against the crawlers, who are constantly going after them, dying very easily against flamethrower, crossbows, and stuff like that. And it's just gonna be a pain in the ass when they're all grouped together and you finally hit one, and it turns out you have to hit them 2 more times. And of course, on the bottom of the screen, you'll be confused on why there are so many hearts. Now, I believe that the other hearts might be of how many other teammates there are. Like, you of course have your 3 hearts, and then the 4th heart could be like another survivor, and then the 5th heart could be like another survivor. I think that's what it is, but I don't really know. Maybe it's a bug, but that's what I think it is. And then finally, the game is now lasted to 4 minutes instead of 3 minutes. So I guess finally, now medical kit, aka medkit. When a survivor has a medkit and they were to go down, even though their medkit still has, I guess, some usage in it, another survivor can come over and pick their medkit up, but it will only have 100 HP in it, which is still a ton if you're running like speed armor or like small armor, and that will repair a crap ton of your HP. Meaning, if you're basically chasing around a survivor who won't just fucking die and they pick up a fallen survivor's medkit, guess what? You have to try to chase them down and kill them for another 2 minutes. Good luck with that. And then finally, here we are with the ammunitions. Basically, in this, I guess, Forbidden World, or beta server as you could call it, ammo stations, every single time you activate or just reload on them, you have to wait 1 minute and 30 seconds, aka 90 seconds, in order to use it again, no matter what other else. Now, assault rifles can only be reloaded 8 times, SMGs only 10 times, and shotguns 16 times. They didn't really specify against snipers. Alright then. Now, assault rifles have a 6% movement speed decrease, SMGs 3%, and shotguns an 11% movement speed decrease. Meaning, shotguns, if you're running like a spaz or a double barrel, you're gonna feel the difference of you running really slowly for whatever reason. And then finally, the minigun actually got a, a buff to where it basically the basic speed boost was actually increased, so now you actually walk a tiny bit faster than usual. And when I mean a tiny bit faster, basically think of like the bloater at this point. You walk actually quite fast basically. And that's about it in this little thing. Now, I didn't really get to play Escalation. I guess it was because they didn't show it up, or I didn't have enough time, I don't know. But I did manage to play Rapid Infection, and it was kind of fun, but it was still really of a campy game. Now, my overall opinion. I feel like Escalation, it's just okay. It doesn't really do anything. So I give that, I guess, a 10 out of 10 because, I mean, it was just a, oh, this is what infected are going to be on rounds. So I guess it's okay. Rapid Infection. The only problems I have on this is possibly the 3-strike heart system. I know most of you guys are going to be saying, but this is really good against basically getting one-hitted. Yeah, but what happens when survivors are literally all camped together and you're literally getting destroyed all the time, and when you finally get to hit one and you just die when there's like 30 seconds left, guess what? You have to hit them 2 more times in order for them to go down. Literally. And at the same time, when you're completely getting overrun and you get hit a few times, it's not that bad. It's actually an, oh my god, thank god there's a 3-strike heart system. Now that I only have 1 more hit left to go, I have to stay alive a lot longer. That sucks, because literally the crawlers are now going to suffer even more than that. Now, crawlers having more HP, I guess that's fine. It doesn't really do anything. Apart from the fact, I really think that the 3-strike heart system is just incredibly advantageous for the survivors. And I do think it's either going to be a 2 heart or not 3 heart. 3 heart is way too much in my opinion. Maybe 2 hearts, but not really 1 heart. Just like a 2 heart is like to give him a second chance, really. 3 hearts is way too much. And then finally, the weapon changes, or no, oh yeah, I forgot about the rapid infection. The rapid infection rating, I would have to say, is basically like the 3-strike heart system. I feel like it's way too overpowered, so I would have to give it a 6 out of 10. I like the idea and I really like it. It's just that 3 out of 3 strikes that you have to kill in order to kill a survivor is just too much. I believe 2 is good enough. The medical, the medkit stuff, I think this is way too overpowered. Literally. I mean, it's only giving 100 HP, which I guess is okay, but when a survivor just will not fucking die, it is so frustrating when they just heal out of nowhere when collecting a medkit. It's just really frustrating when you have to do it all over again. So I believe it should be lower than 100, like 70, somewhere around there, so it's not that much. Well, mainly depending of what armor. So for an example, speed armor, it could be like 70, and small armor, it could be like 100. Medium armor, it could just be like 150, since it is technically giving you like a lot more armor, I guess. And then finally, juggernaut armor, it could also be like 150 or 175. Not too much, since I mean they are really strong armor. And overall, I do have to say, I give the medkit a 0 to 10. I would give it a 3.5. I like the idea of being able to pick up survivors fallen medkits, but it's just too overpowered in my opinion. And then finally, the weapon changes. First off, we're gonna have to go over the ammunition things. I think it's okay-ish, especially the fact that you will suffer so much if you're using like a spaz or like the vector. It's gonna be super brutal. So I would have to give it a 4.5 out of 10. It does affect a lot of guns negatively. Now, the weapons that basically have a speed decrease, I guess this is a pretty nice one to give a lot more nerfs to survivors, so I'll give that an 8 out of 10. Don't really make any changes apart from the fact that shotgun should be like a 9%, because I believe 11% is way too brutal. And that's it for the basic beta server, and that's my overall opinion and overall rating of what I would give. And yeah, I'll see you all on another day, and have a great game.